immediately after the match, I think Manchester City were able to get it done. They were able to win the game they had to win. And first off, I think credit to Manchester City for when they have to win, they managed to win. They defended well, they attacked well, they controlled the midfield well, and overall, I think Guardiola prepared his team well for a must-win match. For Liverpool, I think that it was a shame that they let a game like this slip from them. Now, obviously, this ends Liverpool's undefeated record, as now they only lead by 4 points in the Premier League table and have 1 loss on their record. I think Dejan Lovren would be very disappointed because on multiple attacking chances that Manchester City had, he wouldn't defend as well as he should, or he'd make mistakes, such as the first goal and quite possibly the second goal and other chances that Manchester City had. From here, I don't think Liverpool are going to dip immediately. The next game is against Brighton in the Premier League. But before that, they have a game against Wolves in the FA Cup. I feel that they're not going to, the momentum won't swing so easily. I think that the game against Brighton is a good game for Liverpool to get back on, to relieve the pressure on them, to get a win, get all 3 points against Brighton. But now the league is very interesting. Manchester City, they can win the league. It's very realistic. They can win the league. 4 points between these two sides isn't much. But Vincent Kompany and Laporte for Manchester City, the defending pair, played very well to make sure Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino, and Sadio Mane didn't tear them up. They played very well. They were on top of their game. They made the right tackles. They made the right choices. Whether that one tackle early on in the match should have been a red card or not, we'll analyze that later in our midweek roundup video. I think it was a very fun game to watch. First, Liverpool dominated. Then it started shifting back and forth, which was a very interesting thing. Both teams had their chances. And I think Aguero did very well to score the first goal. I think Liverpool had times where they shown great quality. But unfortunately, they lack that ability to be on top. And I think Dejan Lovren would have to look himself in the mirror and think about this match and what he could have done better. For the Premier League, this means a more competitive race as Liverpool only lead by 4 points. For Jurgen Klopp, I think his team can bounce back from this. I mean, their next game against Brighton, not much pressure. I don't think this team's gonna dip after this game. I don't think next game they're gonna lose. Next game they're gonna draw. I don't think they're gonna worsen after this match. I don't think this match is gonna be that important when it comes to Liverpool's momentum. For Manchester City's momentum, I think this match is very crucial. They were on top of their game. They played very well. And I think they can continue doing that for the rest of the Premier League season. Now, Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp both had a lot into this match. It was a very entertaining fixture. While watching it, and watching the chances that Roberto Firmino had, the passing from Mohamed Salah, from Sadio Mane, the individual play from every player on that field, for the most part, was very high quality, especially in the midfield. Liverpool had some very great passes. They had some very great chances. 3 times, Manchester City were forced to clear the ball off the line. Now, if that doesn't show that Liverpool were pressing, I don't know what will. The fact that they had to do that 3 times, that they had to clear the ball off their own line 3 times, goes to show that Liverpool knew what they were doing for the most part. They attacked, they pressed forward, and overall, I think Liverpool can't be too disappointed about the result overall. So they can be somewhat disappointed that they couldn't get a draw at the Etihad against Manchester City. They can be somewhat disappointed. But to be very disappointed about it, I think Liverpool played well. They only have 3 games against top 6 opposition for the rest of the Premier League season. 2 of which are at home. Liverpool need to get their heads back in the game. They lead by 4 points. They have a cushion. It's not a very big one. And they need to take that and complete the final 17 games of the season. Because with 17 games left, there is 51 points on the table from 17 games. 51 points to go to either team. I see both Manchester City and Liverpool dropping points. I know there's a lot of quality in both teams. Both teams are really good, but let us remember they're both human. I think they're both capable of, both of them, going the rest of the season undefeated. But once again, I think both teams are human. I don't think Manchester City are gonna win every single one of the remaining games. I don't think Liverpool will win every single one of the remaining games. But I think it's possible with the great quality of players from Manchester City, such as Aguero, Sterling, Laporte, Kompany, Gabriel Jesus, Kevin De Bruyne in the future. For Liverpool, Alisson, goalkeeper, Van Dijk, Henderson, Shaqiri, Firmino, Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane. One thing I almost forgot to mention, Van Dijk played brilliant. He put his heart into that match. He put his heart and everything that he had into that match. It's a shame for him he couldn't net a result. He tried really hard. He played very, very well. He defended very, very well. When he had to attack, he attacked well. He passed well. He had a very great match, but unfortunately for him, that wasn't enough to get to the finish line. That'll be it for immediate reaction to the game. Expect a video reviewing all the midweek action of the midweek period later on this week, where we'll go more in depth on this match and other matches and what this could mean for the Premier League. This is Paperball rolling out.